ततः शंखाश्च भैर्यश्च पणवानक गोमुखाः सहसेवाभ्य हन्यन्त सशब्दस्तुमुलो अभवत्. Hello friends, this is the 13th shlok of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we are going to be understanding this shlok in detail. So let's first understand the meaning of this shlok. So the shlok goes as Tatah Shankhascha Bhairyascha, which means then or there the shankh and the bhairya, which is a big drum. After that it goes panvanaka gomukha, which means and the small drum used by the army and the bugles. After that it goes sahase vabhyam hanyanta, which means they started playing that with full excitement. And then finally, sa shabdas tumulo abhavat, which means, and the sound of these instruments or these musical instruments then started to spread all around. So, the complete meaning of this shlok then is that then the shankh, which is the conch, and the large drums and small drums which are used by the army and the bugles, they all were sounded out loud and in full excitement, and the sound of these then started to spread all around. So in yesterday's video we talked about how to excite or to give joy to Duryodhan. Bhishma Pitama then sounded his conch, and that whole event is now developing further, where now uh, everybody all around started to sound their conch, sound the drums, and then sound trumpets and things like that. So it's basically now the two armies are right now just standing in front of each other, ready to fight, and the whole environment over there is a little bit tense, you can say. And when people are in that state of mind, just to give them strength and just to put them in a active state of mind where they are ready to fight, this kind of thing is done. This has been done throughout history by all the armies all over the world, where people have used drums and bugles and things like that to give excitement to the army, so that the army then gets ready to fight. So that's what is being mentioned over here. Basically, all these sounds that you hear, the sounds as such have an effect on our mental state, and that's why these sounds are used. And of course, when we are fighting, that is the emotional state which needs a lot of emotional energy, and so that's why these sounds are always used. But the basic idea is that whatever we hear or the sounds that we hear has an effect on our emotion. And so that's why in all the religious activities, I mean, we can bar maybe Islam, although they also use the sound, but most of the religions all around the world, whenever they perform any sort of a religious activity, they always use music to create an environment. Um, the other important thing is that in the Indian context, two things which play a very important role are one, of course, is the conch shell, and the other is the bell in the temple. And there is an importance of these two things, and the importance is because both of these things, they create a sound which is very similar to the sound of Om. And as I've mentioned in my previous video when I've explained what Om is, um, Om as such puts your mind in a very concentrated state. That's why these two sounds, the bell and the conch, are very important. Although there is a very stark difference between these two, when you look at the temple bell actually calms you down and puts you in a very meditative state. While when you hear the conch, it basically excites you and makes you ready to perform some activity. So although the pattern of the sound is still the same, one sound actually calms you down and the other sound puts you in a very excited state. So that's very exciting. Although the whole idea over here is basically whenever you're performing any activity like this, you should remember Om. You should think of Om. You should put things in the right perspective. That's why these two sounds are used. Although there's a distinction between these two, and the distinction is also because of our own characteristics. When you hear the sound of the temple bell, it feels as if a drop fell into an ocean. Also, when we tell somebody to calm down, we also use the same things. For example, if you want to tell someone to go to sleep, we will just say go to sleep. We'll go slow on that, and so that sound and the pattern of that sound is very similar to the sound that we hear in the temple bell. While if we want to create a lot of commotion, we want to create a lot of sound, we want to declare something, we want to announce something, then we go in high volume and we say, this has been announced. So when you look at the sound of the conch shell, it's the same thing. The conch shell creates that sound which attracts the attention of other people towards them, and so this is basically like a declaration. So that's why whenever we perform an activity, we use the shankh, we use the conch shell, and whenever we want to meditate, we listen to the temple bell. So these sounds that we listen all around us has a effect in our mental state, and that's why they have been used all around the world to put people into a certain mental state. So that is the idea over here in this shlok. I hope that I've explained you this shlok pretty well. With that, I'll close this video and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.